The wind reached the outpost before the enemy did, carrying dust, old smoke, and the smell of rusted metal across a ridge everyone had forgotten. The maps marked the place as abandoned, a dead dot in a dead zone, but the silence there was not empty. It was watchful. Beneath the cracked concrete and collapsed antenna, beneath the sandbags half swallowed by time, a single pair of eyes measured distance, breath, and consequence. They thought the outpost was empty. They were wrong, and the truth arrived on the wings of one legendary sniper shot that would erase them all forever. Before the story pulls you deeper, pause for a heartbeat. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet strength that lives inside ordinary people, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel Bright Hearts. Your support keeps stories like this alive. The outpost had once been a listening post, then a checkpoint, then a rumor. Years earlier, a small unit had been left behind during a hurried withdrawal, and one soldier had stayed longer than the orders, longer than the supplies, longer than the war's attention. Her name had faded from rosters and briefings, not because she failed, but because survival does not always make noise. She learned to move without stirring dust, to drink from condensation caught in tarps, to read the land as if it were a living thing. Every sunrise taught patience. Every night taught restraint. She learned the weight of loneliness and the ache of responsibility, and she carried both with the same steady hands that once shook when the first shot mattered. She had not come to the outpost seeking legend. She had come seeking purpose, a way to turn a skill she never asked for into a shield for people she would never meet. The rifle became an extension of discipline rather than anger, a tool bound by rules she wrote for herself when no one was watching. She counted breaths not to calm fear, but the first challenge was time. Sunlight shifted, and heat shimmer threatened to blur distance. She adjusted, waited, and let the world settle. The second challenge was doubt. Alone for so long, the mind can invent mercy where none exists or cruelty where patience is required. She steadied herself by remembering why the outpost still mattered. Beyond the ridge lay villages that slept under fragile peace. Beyond the ridge lay roads that carried families, not just supplies. The outpost was not a relic, it was a promise she had made to herself to stand where others could not. When the moment arrived, it did not announce itself with drama. It arrived quietly, the way truth often does. A single alignment, a breath released, a decision completed. The legendary shot did not roar, it whispered. Distance folded. Gravity obeyed. What followed was not chaos but inevitability, a chain reaction of fear and confusion that unraveled confidence faster than any explosion. She did not fire wildly. She moved with intention, each action measured, each consequence accepted. The enemy scattered, then stalled, then froze as the land itself seemed to resist them. They had come believing in emptiness and found presence. They had come seeking an easy passage and found a reckoning. As minutes stretched, the outpost reclaimed its voice. Old walls echoed purpose. Shadows became allies. The enemy's plans collapsed not because of rage, but because of precision. She felt the familiar weight of fatigue press against her shoulders, the ache that comes from holding still while the world moves. Yet within that ache was clarity. She knew when to stop, when to let fear do more than force ever could. She watched retreat carve itself into dust, watched certainty dissolve into survival instincts, watched the ridge remember what it was built to do. When silence returned, it was different. It carried respect. She did not celebrate. There was no victory dance in the dust, no triumphant cry. There was only a